Taurus, welcome to your full moon in Capricorn reading. Let's start off with a positive word of affirmation for Taurus. Life loves me. You know what? I think right now it probably is with Jupiter in the first house. My gosh, I'm loving the energy. Absolutely loving it. I hope you are too. That's your lucky charm right now. You are your own lucky charm right now. Blessings are following you. Blessings are chasing you down. All right. I'm naming it. You claim it. All right. With Jupiter in that first house. So let's talk about this full moon in Capricorn. It is hitting your ninth house. So there's probably some ending, culmination, completion having to do with a belief. And it might have to do with also long distance travel and higher learning. So some of you may be finishing something up in that respect. But with the sun in the opposite house, having to do with, you know, communications, facts, your local environment, there is some contrast between, you know, what is distant from you versus immediate, and what you believe versus what you know, right? Logic versus faith. So that really wanted to pop. Yeah, some of you might be kind of in a very, I'm getting a contemplative state right now, and I'm hearing what needs to be sacrificed, okay? This is showing up in terms of what's going to add to your life at this time and what is supporting you. And so if you've been kind of taking a bit of a time out to reassess some things, reassess where you need to be giving, putting your faith in, you know, then I think there's a really positive message to that. I'm also now getting something about conflicting beliefs about sacrifice, all right? But in some respect, I'm getting like there's maybe been a downtime where maybe you were put on hold, maybe you have been kind of doing your own thing, but and again, I feel like that's actually been for a divine season in your life to actually pull back. And I'm hearing something about fortifying yourself and using the downtime for enlightening yourself. Some of you, this is not just, again, like material fortification, but emotional fortification, where you step into more emotional mastery. However, I think this was brought on by some conflicting beliefs within yourself or in a group dynamic, and it might have involved a Pisces or a water, I'm possibly Virgo here as well. I'm also seeing Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All right, might have been part of this group dynamic. What is challenging this for? All right, we got something. Well, there's been an issue with, oh boy. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? I'm telling you, there is some kind of group conflict. I honestly, though, it's coming up as a positive, though, and I think it's because Spirit is, this major arcana Spirit has put something on hold to say, hey, I want you to reflect on this, okay? Yes, it has challenged you, but it has also blessed you, because I think you're coming out of this challenge more enlightened. The challenge has been that you've had trouble getting progress with your life. You have maybe been in a state of, I'm getting like a suspended state of healing. I mean, usually I look at this card as some kind of inertia, like you're stuck on a, you can't get off, all right? You're stuck in some kind of pattern where you're not coming out of it. But with this particular reading, I'm getting the vibe that you're only there until you get clear about what the issue is. And it might have to do with who you've partnered yourself with. Those people have created a major blockage because they don't agree with you, or they are playing mind games, or they don't care if you lose as long as they can win. All right, this is bad partnerships, bad unions. And maybe if on the surface they do want you to win, they just don't know how to create a win-win solution. Therefore, you end up not able to make plans with these people, not able to get any forward movement. You get stuck in this inability to move beyond. I'm getting that the key to busting out of this is getting really clear, the brutal truth about who you can join yourself with and who you can't, because there's people in your midst that are not putting in on this. They don't agree with you, or they're not going to support you in what you're doing, because they're playing it safe. They themselves might have a lack of direction, a lack of planning in their own lives. They're misdirected, or they're afraid. They're afraid of, oh, but what if, okay? And so this might have really messed with your money. I'm just going to say in the past, yes, you might have felt like, well, this is stuck like Chuck. I mean, I can't get any movement here. Or why even bother opening up, talking? Why bother putting any work in on this? Because whatever I do, I'm not going to get matched. And it's not, my work is not going to be rewarded. My work is not going to be effective. I'm hearing you got to partner with somebody else. You got to partner in, because I see you coming in willing to make sacrifices. But you're going to have to get some enlightenment about who is willing. And I see you really self-sufficient, actually. I see you really abundant here. And I see you bringing a lot of emotional mastery. But who is going to match you? Because other people are not. And you've got to get clear about the brutal truth of who's going to meet you on your level. Matching effort, matching sacrifice, okay? The feelings that you need to honor during this time, who and what is stressing you out and disgusting you, okay? Seriously. Who's putting you under tension, strain, pressure, again, because they're not matching the sacrifice, they're not matching the effort, they're not rewarding you for what you're putting in. Some of you getting totally drained, like, and you're maybe disgusted, and again, this might be why things have been on hold, and if it's something is not healed and you feel like you're not getting the victory, well, it's not healed because some of you are maybe stuck in this state of just outdone. Yeah, I don't know, it's just like you're just outdone with, you got to take out the trash. All right, I'm sorry, I don't mean to call people trash. But if somebody has really put you off, like, wait a minute, you just did what? Wait a minute, I just came up and brought you this, and you come back with me, you come back to me with that? Like, you know, you got to take it out. You got to get rid of that. And let's see how to heal this. Some oracle advice on how to heal this, to get more stability in your life, more growth in the things that you value. Please show me for Taurus. Y'all know I'm a Taurus rising, right? And I'm double fixed, so need to bring the value, dang it. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Well, I think you can share your love with some other people here. I mean, if this is what they're being, you know, and it's not that you need to stop loving, right? But I'm getting there's some kind of maybe non-committal vibe as well off of this. And I think that you can still love people while disagreeing with them and say, you know what, it looks like we can't join forces, because the brutal truth here is that we're not in agreement. And there's no power in that, okay? Surrender to non-action. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Surrender to passion is at the foundation. So listen, what are you passionate about? Who's matching you in your effort and sacrifice? Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow, right? Not this crap and this crap, okay? Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your own power and soar in your life. I'm hearing this disagreement is not because you have a bad idea or concept or whatever. It's just because people have other things going on. Maybe they're not seeing things clearly, or they don't share your vision, okay? Or maybe they're immature and they need to grow the beep up, all right? They've got a learning curve and they're not ready. There's a timing issue. So I think the non-action has to do with some of these people who are just showing up like this, okay? Don't let them hold you back. But it says now is the time to be still and not act, and simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you, right? It's not letting your fire be burned out. It's just, I think it's having a more allowing, right? Which would be this 9 of Pentacles, and waiting for things to come to you rather than chasing it down. Allowing, yes, rather than chasing. Okay, hope that helps. Be blessed.